Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let me get the chat up. We've got a lot to talk about today, I think. I think there's a lot we can talk about today. Yesterday, it was just quiet out there. There was hardly a car on the road. There was nobody walking by the window. It was just silence all day yesterday. It was an eerie kind of feeling yesterday. Catherine, good morning to you, lovely Catherine. Let me get the chat up. It was weird. It was a strange feeling. It was a strange feeling all day, but it was just really weird that there was nobody there. Good morning, Edge of ASMR. Good morning. It was just really, it was eerie, and I can't remember it ever being like that. The only time it's like that is if it's a snowstorm and nobody can get out and about. But it was absolutely silent out there all day. As I say, there was nobody even walking about the streets or nothing. It was just one of the days. And I must admit, I lost it a few times yesterday. I lost it a few times. Golfer girl, good morning. I didn't come on as just as a mark of respect and everything. I didn't come on yesterday. I didn't think it would be right for me to come on yesterday. But I watched the funeral from beginning to end. The whole thing I watched. Right through to 5 o'clock last night, and even then, after 5 o'clock, I was still watching it. Oh, Catherine, I will say prayers that your dad will be okay and get through the operation fine, and the surgeon's hands will be steady and everything like that. And you need to let me know how he is. Was that how much was watching Edge of his 5.1 billion? Oh well, we were all watching it. As I say, it was a kind of eerie. It was an eerie day yesterday. The whole day was like eerie. Yes, my Tingle Pink. Good morning to you. Oh, I watched it all as well. I watched everything, and you know that I'm not a royalist, but it was something that you've got to watch. I mean, it's history, isn't it? It's like a history thing to tell your grandchildren and stuff like that. You know, you've got to watch it. And there was a few times I was I don't know if annoyed would be the word, but there was a few times I was like, that's not right. Like the holding their hands all the time with Meghan and Harry. Come on now. I don't know, maybe you love Meghan and Harry, but I thought, come on, you know, none of the other royal family were doing the hand holding. It's not just because they're absolutely madly in love. There's a time and a place, a mark of respect. You know, leave her hand alone for a minute. There's a wee dog there. Right. Mikey, wee dog out there. Yeah, I sat here the whole day, watched the whole thing from beginning to end. I lost it a few times. I lost it, see, when it was like the Queen's wee dogs, the wee Yorkies. I lost it. I lost it when King Charles had put the Queen's coat of arms or something on her coffin. I lost it there as well, because you could see that I mean, that's been his mother was his best friend for all the years. Do you know what I mean? He grew up. She was the person that he knew the most was his mum, and it was his mum. I mean, we've got to remember that. And the man to put this, and you could see the kind of wee trembling underneath his lip, and I lost it at that as well. And then see when the coffin was going down, I lost. I'm losing it again, because it was very emotional. I thought, it doesn't matter if you're a royalist or not. It was a moment in a family's losing their loved one, and we were all invited to mourn. Can you imagine if it was one of us that had a funeral and the whole world was going to be there? Do you know, that's pressure for you right there. That's a lot of pressure. But I thought it was very well done as well. I thought it was really well done. The army, the people in the army were fabulous, weren't they? Fabulous. All the different branches of the military was amazing, because you don't really see all the different coats of arms and things like that until it's a... Well, I've never seen anything like it. The last I seen something like that was Diana, and she never had like a state funeral as such. But oh, but you know, you had to watch it. You had to watch it. But the hand holding and stuff like that with Meghan and Harry, I was like, God Almighty, can you not get a break for a minute? It's not about yous. That's the way I felt. I felt it's not about yous. Look, you've got a book coming out soon. That'll be about yous. That'll be the book, and that'll be about yous. Can we not just leave it at it's not about yous? This whole funeral. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I used to really, really like Meghan and Harry. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's gonna. I think it's probably been since the Oprah Winfrey thing. See the Oprah Winfrey thing? I thought that he was just shitting on his family, wasn't he? Really, he was just shitting on his family. Do you know? There's a saying in Scotland, right? Do you know what the saying is? Allegedly, that he's pussy whipped. There you are. I said it. There you are. That's what the man is. You know, he's thinking between his legs, and his whole family, his whole life, is just shat on, really. Yes, it was amazing seeing the people there, wasn't it? And you know, I was a bit surprised with a few of them, like Tony Blair. I mean, I've not seen Tony Blair in years, and see when you see them, you're like, God, they've got kind of old, haven't they? You know, you see the age in them, and you're like, God, I'm getting old as well. I'm getting old with them. But it was look, could any yous walk that distance? Right, I'm thinking about me and my busted up leg. Listen, I didn't need to have a motorised scooter like that behind the whole the parade. I'd need to have had a scooter. I couldn't walk that distance. And look, King Charles isn't a young man, let's face it. Did he not do exceptionally well having to walk that amount of distance? Well done to the man, I must admit. I was impressed with that. That was some walk that had to do, wasn't it? And it's not. It wasn't a cold day yesterday. I mean, it was warm, and they've got all the clothes on. And they must have been absolutely sweltered. Do you know what I mean? They deserve a wee bit of relaxation now. If people would just leave them alone to mourn in their own way. I know having to walk like that every time the drum went. Oh my God, that'd have been a hot mess. I'd have been falling down. I'd have been keeling over. I'd have been like, can somebody get me a drink? I would have let the family down. So see, beforehand, I went, we're going to need a motorised scooter for me. We're going to need to do something for me because I can't do that. Jenny, good morning, lovely Jenny. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, we're talking about the funeral yesterday, and it was done really, really well. There's a few times I was like, I wasn't happy in it, but it was mainly at Meghan and Harry. Do you know, I've cut my finger this morning. I don't know what the hell I cut it on, but there you are. Melania, good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, so a few times I'd lost. I was sitting here crying my eyes out like that. But you've got to think that she's with the love of her life. She's with Prince Philip now, and her mum and dad and her sister, and see all her other corgis that have passed away. She'll be with all of them, and her horses that she loved. She'll be with them. But do you know, I think as well in the funeral, it showed you how much she loved Scotland as well. So I think we should all be kind of proud of that she loved coming up here to our country, and she loved Scotland so much. And that was heartfelt. That I felt that in my heart yesterday as well. Well, I hope I'm not going to lose it with you guys, because it was very emotional. I didn't think I would be. There you are. I didn't think I'd have been emotional yesterday, and yet I was. I was really emotional. I think probably everybody that watched it, the whole thing, was probably emotional with it yesterday. It was quite sad. It was really quite sad, but well done. I mean, it was well done. Did you catch Bitsy, Jenny? I sat here the whole day in my pyjamas. I sat in my pyjamas the whole day watching it. You know, I didn't dress up for the occasion. I just watched it, but yeah, it just shows you the amount of how they must have had all that planned for years. How many years must they had all that planned, and they had it down to the exact minute. Did you see? We'll be up that street at 2:41, right? 2:41. You're like, that's a bit, maybe 2:40, 2:41. That's a wee bit. 2:41. There they were at the exact spot that they said. That's precision for you, isn't it? That is absolute precision. You've got to take your hat off to the men and ladies that done all that marching and on the horses and everything like that. As I say, I was in awe really watching it. It was and it's history in the making. It doesn't matter if you're a royalist or not. As I said, I'm not, but it's a piece of history that I watched because I want to be able to talk about it in years to come and stuff. Green Rose, good morning to you, my lovely Green Rose. Winter, it was the most amazing. It was an amazing thing. Yes, Catherine, a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, never in my life will there be another monarch that will reign, because I'll be dead by then. Do you know what I mean? For 70 years. It was just, and do you know what I was thinking as well? See, they were in one of the churches, and there was so many people in this church, and I thought, God, I said, see, my funeral, I'd be lucky if I fill up, a couple of pews. I'd be lucky with the people that want to come and see me when I pass away. Just absolutely hundreds and thousands of people all there to see. It just shows you that she touched people's heart. But wait, I tell you, right? I was nearly falling asleep. What was his name? The Dean of Windsor. The Dean of Windsor. See if you get a chance, go and listen to the man. See his voice. I was like, oh my God, that man's got the most amazing calm voice. I could listen to. It was like ASMR. The Dean of ASMR, I'm going to start calling it because it was just amazing. His voice, I was like, oh my God, his voice is just pure. I could just listen to that man talk all day long. What a beautiful voice he had. He had the Dean of Westminster, not Westminster, Windsor. The Dean of Windsor it was. Anastasia, good morning to you. It was done really, really well. It was done extremely well. But I just felt as if there was a couple of people there that were trying to get the cameras on them. And I was like, there's a time and a place. Look, can we know have it the Meghan and Harry show the day? Can we have it about Her Majesty? Can we not have it about the Queen the day? Does it need to be about Meghan and Harry the day? I just felt that. But see if you've watched, somebody either was absolutely a genius or someone was wicked evil, right? I can't make up my mind what one yet. I was in one of the churches, I forget what one. But Meghan and Harry are in the second row, right behind everybody. And someone had put a candle absolutely just there in front of Meghan Markle's face, like that. So, so somebody's thought, you know what, she's going to be sitting there, let's get a big effing candle like that, just stick it there like that. All you could see was her hat like that. That's all you could see was her hat. And I was like, there's somebody's thought, but that's been a, look, nothing's an accident. See, when it comes to that funeral, nothing was an accident. It was all planned down, as I say, to the second. Right? So she's going to be there. Let's get a big fat, we need fat candles about that. Get a fat candle and just stick it there. Look back, guys. I'm not lying. Look back. I was like, oh, she'll be raging. She'll be like, can't even see my face again. See, I did like Meghan and Harry, but I feel as if she's one of these people that's always going to look at what it's always about her. It's always about her. Can't be about anybody else. That's what it should have been. And the hand holding, there's a time and a place to be holding. Right, we know that these love each other. You don't need to hold hands in every opportunity possible. Can we not just do that? I mean, you know what? Look, Pip, there's my lovely Pip. Good morning, Pip. Do you know, me, for instance, there's my guy. Me and Johnny Depp, right? I would love to hold that man's hand forever, right? But see, a time and place like that, I'd be like, right, Johnny, well, see, after this, we'll hold the shit out of each other's hands. Like, we'll just squeeze each other's hands non-stop. Oh, Meghan and Harry, Pip. I watched the whole thing yesterday, and I was very, a few times I broke down actually yesterday. But I still got the bloody impression it was like the Meghan and Harry show. Can we just not have it about them, right? But see, if you look right, there's so as I said, somebody's either been a genius or maybe just wicked evil. I don't know. But you know how everything that happened in that funeral was planned down to the second. Someone, they were in the second row, one of the churches, right? They were in the second row, and somebody had got a huge big fat candle like that and just said, you know what? She's going to be sitting there. Let's get the candle and we'll just plant this. Hold on, I need to look at that. I need to find this for you. Okay, I wonder if it's even up. I wonder if somebody's even took a picture. Hopefully they have. She's going to be sitting there, guys. She's going to be sitting there. Yes, they have actually got it. They have actually, I told you, I was thinking it. Oops, how Meghan was obscured from TV viewers by giant candle. I told you. Wait, I'll show you this, guys. Look, wait, I'll show you this. Look at the size of the candle. She's there. She's behind the thing. She's behind the candle. Right, now, somebody's thought about that. Do you know, I'd love to, I'm going to think someone has somebody's thought of that. I mean, do you know what we need? Big candle, that length. The length is the size of a man. Get one of the candles and just have it the only place in the whole church. Just stick it right there. That's where's the TV cameras there. Put it right there. That's going to be great. So she's going to be raging. Let's not kid herself. She's going to be raging at that because she's been. My opinion of her has changed. Jenny, I hope somebody does. I hope somebody does make a meme, but I was sitting here going, hey, and then going, Linda, stop giggling. Look, there's the Queen. Stop with giggling, Linda. And I was going, hee, look at that big candle like that right in front of her face. There we go. Somebody's thought about that, isn't they? I'm going to believe forevermore somebody has thought about that. Because, see, if it wasn't for that, we'd be sitting watching him and her playing with each other's hands and all that, and, you know, rubbing each other's hands. For God's sake, there's your granny lying there. Can you have some respect? So anyway, I had a wee rant yesterday as well. But I thought it was done very well. I did a lot. See, when I seen the wee dogs, and I seen our horse. Our horse was there as well. I was like that, oh my God, crying. And then when King Charles put up our wee royal arms or something on the coffin, that was it again. Because you could see his kind of face like twitching as if he was trying not to lose it himself. So that was me again. So I had a good wee cry yesterday. Life has been busy for us, for all of it. My life's upside down, you know. My life, my life. I'm constantly doing stuff now as well. Pip, I'd need a mobility scooter. I would have needed a mobility scooter. God, and listen, as I say, King Charles isn't a young guy anymore. He done extremely well, didn't he? He done extremely well, being able to walk that distance with all that military gear on. I wonder how much all that weighs. I bet you that weighs a good couple of stone. All that kind of stuff. Do you know what else that I'd seen? There was a party at one of the services as well, and everybody was standing up. All the royal and Meghan was sitting down. Right, and I was like, what's she sitting down for? But look, I don't think she's like me. Like sometimes I would need to sit down and it'd be like a mobility thing, but she can stoat about with the big high heel shoes on, can't she? So I don't know how she had to sit down when everybody else was standing. I'm just looking too much. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but the whole time I'm like, what's she up to now? What's she up to? Yes, I know, Jenny. I know. See, So it's just the way they march, but they did look, some of them did look as if maybe they had pooed their pants. Yeah, I know. But all that is absolutely. I mean, they've got down to the second they've got that walk. Wait a minute to open the door. The dog is scratching the door, and he's just been out to his at it. Mikey, stop being at it. Be at it for. Right, yeah. There's a way to cause mayhem in the neighbourhood. A way to cause mayhem. Aye, aye. Oh, where are we? There we are. Oh God, what was this? Going up these stairs, what was that like? Going up the stairs and that the second to the Windsor, was it Windsor? Windsor Cathedral, going up these stairs with the coffin, and my heart was in my bloody mouth as well. I was like, oh my God. Because that coffin, if you didn't know, is got lead in it. It's lead lined or something like that. Nutty, good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. So, God, they guys, imagine having to carry that. Don't you think the coffin looked dead small, though? I know she was only 5 foot something. I'm 5 foot myself. But it looked, maybe it's just because the whole place looked so huge. Yes, yes, my Tingle Pinks videos are awesome. Yeah, Green Rose is beautiful. These are all beautiful. Oh, these are all gorgeous. Yeah, so that was my day yesterday. In fact, I was dreaming. I was dreaming about the royal family last night. I think probably a lot of us was. Electric triggers. Good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, I think a lot of us were maybe dreaming about it last night. But last night when I went to my bed, I felt a bit of calmness come over me because I thought now she's laid to rest with the love of her life and her mum and dad. Do you hear my dog's going absolutely tonto outside? It's early on a Tuesday morning. They're out there causing mayhem. My wee mum and dad watched it as well. Yous are all beautiful. I'm letting the side down here. Yous are all gorgeous, and I'm letting the side down. look at me this morning. I look as if I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, as we say. Tomorrow I'll have the grandson, so hopefully I'll if I don't know what time I'll have him to, but I'll try and get on tomorrow night to talk to you anyway. But he's a lot better. I mean, they said he wasn't feeling well and all that. He's a lot better. Oh, Pip, it was terrible. He wasn't taking any food or drink or anything like that. And we're going, oh my God. We had him at the doctors and everything like that. He wouldn't eat, he wouldn't drink, and he wouldn't sleep. And he was just screaming. And then he started to get a bit of a rash on him. And I was going, oh my God, there's a bit of a rash. Like that. But it was an infection of some sort. He says these things usually clear within about 10 days. But he's back to his normal wee self. He's eating his dinners and all that. And he's a happy wee boy again. Pip, it was terrible. We were all worried. So I was going, oh my God, he's going to need an ambulance. Oh my God. Because your mind obviously goes to the worst thing that can possibly be. But see, when we went into the doc, Pip, right, we had been, for days, he had been really no well, right, like really no well. And we've got him at the doctor's. See, as soon as we went to the doctor's, he was all smiles. And I was like, he's kidding on. See, as soon as we leave the doctor's surgery, he's going to be back to screaming the place down again. Doctor, he wasn't ill. Look, he's not been smiling for days and days, and he's no ate or drank or nothing. They call you liars, kids. You know what I mean? It's not been feeding. Let me try him with this bottle. He's taking it fine. He's not been doing that. Oh, that sounds lovely, Green Rose. Oh, I've never been to Cyprus. I would love to go to Cyprus one day. I'd love to go to Cyprus one day. That'd be awesome. There's a lot of places I would like to go, mind you. I guess I'm just staying in Nedsville. I'm just going to be in wee Nedsville. That's where I'm going to be. That's where I'm having my holiday. Where are you having your holidays, Linda? Nedsville? Neds, the home of the monk's wine and tracksuit bottoms with socks over the top. That's where I come. That's my holidays this year. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a brave wee boy. Oh my God, it was terrible though. It was breaking my heart. It wasn't his normal wee happy self, but he's back. He's back fine now. I can't believe they've actually got pictures of that candle. I thought myself, somebody's just out of place. This big huge candle. Let's just smack it right there. Somebody's got my sense of humour, obviously. Do you know what we need? We need something to obstruct the view from someone's face here. How are we going to do that tastefully at a funeral? I know. A massive candle. Let's get that going. Yeah, a trip to La France. I would love to go back to La France. I would love that. But see the real France, Sky. I would love to see the real France, the real Paris and all that. Because I was kind of... Pip, I'm glad we never... Because see all this holding Harry's hand and stuff like that. I mean, it's just... It's like, look at me. Everybody look what I'm doing. I can't be annoyed with that shenanigan. Cannot be annoyed. I can't be annoyed with it. And she's blatantly, in my opinion, jealous of wee Charlotte and stuff. And that's to be jealous of a kid's terrible. Just the way she looks at the maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I'm like, wouldn't they trust her? Wouldn't they trust her with my kid? Kate, watch your kids. I mean, Kate does a fantastic job as a mum. You've got to say she takes the kids to school and you know everything. She is the Princess of Wales. That must irk Harry's wife. It must irk her, the Princess of Wales. You know what I mean? Princess Diana was always the Princess of Wales, but Kate's going to be an awesome Princess of Wales. I don't mind that at all. Now, if it had been Camilla, I wouldn't have been happy with that because I've got my thoughts on her also. Because I loved Princess Diana, you see. Oh, my Pip, do you? Yeah, tomorrow. Pip, I'll be thinking of you. I'll be thinking. I know I can't be annoyed with Camilla either, Pip. The Queen Consort, aye. No. Because, I mean, as I say, I loved Princess Diana. I broke my heart for days with Princess Diana when she passed away. The Queen, I broke down yesterday a couple of times, but she was 96. I mean, we were, although it happened pretty fast, I think we were all expecting it to happen soon, do you know what I mean? But with Princess Diana, it was like they've done it. I'll say no more than that, but they've done it. It came through my mind. But listen, we've all got Harry's sold his soul again. Harry has sold his soul, and he's got a book coming out that I think it's him and Oprah Winfrey have wrote or something like that, or I don't know if it was Oprah, but he's got a book coming out, and you know that that's not going to be good. That's going to be another slap in the face, isn't it? That's going to be another slap in the... Do you know what I'm thinking to myself? I'm wondering if they're running out of cash. I'm wondering if they're running out of cash. And because they maybe be living beyond their means, do you know what I'm saying? Look at the Duchess of York. Fergie, I mean, she was like Duchess and stuff like that. And they were still on the royal pay... I don't know, pay thing, like working royals, that's what I'm looking for. They were, and she ran out of cash, remember? She ran out of cash because sometimes they just, yes, I want 12 tiaras. I want 12 tiaras today. No, in fact, just give me 13. I'll take the 13. Baker's dozen. A baker's dozen of tiaras, please. I used to lie down. See these bloody dogs. They're at the day. I don't know. They're wound up. They must be feeling that I'm wound up a bit. I'm a bit wound up. Are you away, my lovely Jenny? Have a wonderful day. No, see, William has always been like a very royal. I mean, very. I don't even know the word. Perfectionist is something I would think. Perfectionist. Wait, I tell you something else in case you didn't notice this yesterday, right? Just in case you didn't notice this. This is why all these wee things. I was starting to get a bit pissed off last night watching her. See, if you didn't know, like the royal family cars, right? See when the car pulls up, the gentlemen go into the car first, and the reason for that is so that the lady that they're with doesn't need to scoot along the back seat of a car. A lady can just walk straight in and sit down in the car. That's why that is. It's royal protocol. Right, that's what they do. Meghan was straight into that car first. Like, what? Back off. I'm in the car first. Let me go first. I'm going first in the car. So, things like that. And I'm like, it's meant to be the other way about. The gentleman's meant to go in the car first. I mean, I'm not even a royalist and I know these things. So there you go. There's another wee thing that she done, and I was like, I'm starting to get a bit worked up here. Just straight in. I'm sure she must if I know these protocols, I'm pretty sure she must have been taught some protocols when she married the man. Right, see the cars and all that. No, you just need to tell me that once, right? A car comes, your husband goes in first, so you don't need to scoot along the back seat of a car. You can just and you go and sit down with your beautiful gown or whatever like that. That's what happens. Oh, does it, right? They're knowing that. No, she's like, no, I'm first. Get behind me, everybody. See. I was getting a bit annoyed. I was just like, Linda, don't get annoyed. It's not the day for that. Today's the day for that. Today's the day for that. I'm just hoping some people picked up on the stuff I was watching yesterday, because I'm glad the candle was there, because I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking that. I was like, somebody's done that on purpose. Somebody's got that big huge candle. Do you know what? Where is she sitting, by the way? There, get the candle. Where's the camera there? That's where it's going to be, right there, the candle. Beauty. Cracker. Oh, brilliant. Of course, I've got to say, do you know what I'm saying? The more I'm talking about it, the more I'm thinking. Do you know what's going to be? Racism. That's what's going to happen now. It's going to be, that's what's going to happen now. It's going to be, they put that candle there because they're racist. Hold on a minute. Do you know what I've got? I've got beans on my face there. Yeah, I've got beans on my bloody face. Wait a minute. I'm just after having... Wait a minute to kind of clean myself off a bit here. Wait a minute to just... There, I had a piece of bacon and beans. It was great, Sky, that candle, wasn't it? I was like, yes. Yeah, see, Prince Charles has always been a bit like... I remember years and years and years ago, the boys were still quite young, right? And hot mic, everybody knows what a hot mic is, eh? You get the microphone on and you don't realise you've got the microphone on, right? And I'm sure he was up in Scotland as well. I'm sure he was up in Scotland. And there was a royal reporter for the BBC, right? And they're sitting and they were saying, Charles, what do you think of the Glen or something? And he was going, and he was going like that to William. I cannot stand that man. That man annoys me. And stuff like that. Oh my, Charles, everybody heard you. That was a good one. That was funny. That was a good one, that. Aye, hot mic. Pip, I think he's what we call pussy whipped. So I really do. I don't think he cares. I think the only thing he cares about is her. It's like a wee lost puppy dog that's just like that after her. My opinion he's went right downhill with all this hand holding and stuff like that. You know, you'd say There's a time and place for that, Megan. See, after the funeral, I'll hold your hand all night long, hen. All night long, I'll hold your hand. See, your hand will never be at mine. But we'll get over today. Today's about my granny. That's what any normal man would done if he loves you or not, right? He would say, come here, just leave all the because we don't do that. That's not what this is about. This is, nobody holds hands here. Let's just walk. I still love you, darling. I still love you. Just don't want to hold your hand today. Let's just do it. Aye, that's what's a wee puppy dog like that. But he's shut on not only his family, but he's got, and to this day, I don't think, I think he thinks his mum would love Meghan. I don't think his mum would love Meghan. I don't. But so, do you know what? It'll get put down. It'll get put down to race. It'll be put down to that people are racists. And to me, it's not. I've always said this now. I don't care the colour of your skin or your religious or sexual beliefs at all. I judge people on if they're an arsehole or not. And this, she seems like an arsehole. There you are. Yeah, I've said it. My comment section is going to be like, you're an absolute Scottish bastard. How dare you? Well, I'm just saying it as we see it. No, Disney is no. No, his mother's funeral was completely different. His mother's funeral, if you remember, when her coffin was first brung out, the wails of the crowd, can you remember that? Oh, people were wailing. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before his mum's funeral. The Queen's funeral was very sad and very well done. But no, it wasn't like Princess Diana's at all. Green Rose, she was like straight in that cat. As I say, look at the protocol with cars and royal family, right? The gentleman goes in first with the lady. There's a whole thing, rigmarole out of what they do. And she knows that. I know that. I stay up here in Scotland and I'm not a royalist, right? So but they know that. She's like, out my road, I'm in first. Do you know what? God bless Kate, I know. See, for Kate to be able to keep her mouth shut, I'd be, good on her. I'll tell you, she's got more control than what I have because we don't know what happens behind closed doors, mind you, right? But I'd be wanting to say something to her. Yes. See, and it was Princess Diana's brother that was there as well. That was, but the wailing, I can never forget that, the wailing of the people, the public. And in fact, with the Queen, we got to have her in state up here in Edinburgh, which we didn't with Princess Diana. She never lay in state. But it was good for the people of Scotland to go and visit the Queen when she was up here as well. And as I said, it made us feel good that she loved Scotland so much. It made us feel like she was like one of us as well, kind of thing. You don't like, I don't know who wouldn't it be, but do you think Harry was looking for a way? I don't know. He seemed that happy to meet Golfer Girl before Meghan. He seemed that happy. I mean, he done his army duty and stuff like that. He was really, really good in the army. He was a bit of a party boy. I remember seeing pictures of him in Spain or something like that, and there was like topless girls all about the place. He was a bit of a party guy, but I don't know. But I don't know. I just don't get. I used to like her until the whole opera thing and stuff like that. And then I'm like, no, she's a bit of a spoiled brat, isn't she? And she's been through something like 50 nannies or something, the woman's been I think she's happy to please. Maybe I should be giving Harry an apology here. Maybe I should be apologising to Harry. She's a bit of a handful, the woman. I still wouldn't wish harm on them, I would never wish harm on anyone, and I would definitely not wish harm on them. But I just don't like them. It's just it's irked me the past few days. This hand holding and even look. Some people are saying that she looked like Zorro yesterday with the cape and stuff like that. I wouldn't go as far as say she looked like Zorro, but you know, I still just felt as if it was like all about her. Yeah, I remember that. I remember it all because I don't think they realised how popular Princess Diana was with the whole of the UK. The whole of the UK. As I say, she opened to the swimming baths that I used to go to, mind with the guy that was there that had me on a date. You know, the first. She opened the swimming baths and she came with a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt on. That was it. Jeans and a t-shirt. Normally royal figures would come like all dressed up and stuff like that. She was just like, no, just give me my jeans. I know. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? It's like it's like you've been talking about somebody like that, and they've been hiding behind the door and heard everything that you've said. Here you. What are you saying? I never said nothing. I just heard you. You did say something. Only for the world to see. It's like, and the royalty is always dead secretive anyway. And you have somebody that's selling their story as well, selling it. This book is meant to be coming out before the end of the year. This book, I think I'll be getting it. I think I'll be. See, I'm conflicted because I wouldn't want to give them money, but I want to know what's in the book. I'll maybe wait until someone else buys it. Surely to God, people will be talking about it online. She was Pip. She was the people's princess. She was definitely. She was lovely, and she got told not to touch people with AIDS because she was kicking about, you know, in the 80s and stuff like that, where AIDS was at its height and thing, and it was a new disease. Everybody thought it was like a gay disease at first, you know, so they weren't bothering their arse. They were just letting people that were gay die. And when it's when they realised it wasn't just gay people, that's when they all kind of done something about that. And she got told not to touch people, and she was sitting on their bed cuddling them and stuff like that. And even the mines, the mines was that in Africa. Sky, she does. She thinks that see the whole yesterday. She thinks was about her. In my opinion, I think she thinks it was all about her. She'll be going through the papers today to see if what the pictures by her and see this big candle and be like raging about it. This big candle. Whereas it wasn't about her at all. In fact, you know what? Nobody would have cared in the slightest if she wasn't there. Nobody would have been like, oh, where is she? Oh, I've missed her the day. Oh, she should have been here. Everybody would have been like party hats on. Who blowing one of the hooters? Who like that? I know, and she loved him as well. Princess Diana loved him. This is the thing. She loved him, but she always said there was 3 in that marriage. There was 3. It was a shame. She was chosen to have babies. That's what she was chosen for. And eventually she was happy. This is how I was so devastated. Eventually she was really with Dodie. She was dead happy with Dodie. And I think they were getting engaged, and there was rumours that she was pregnant. And I think that was a downfall right there. Catherine eyes closing now. Ah. Oh, Johnny Depp, Elon Musk. I know, but Pip, he's always been in love with her, and she's always been in love with him. There was a joke up here that they were like into riding crops and stuff like that. Maybe they're not, but that's what it was said up here. We see me, I'm going to end up in the tower. I'm going to end up in the Tower of London at this point. What's she saying about the royal family and that? Get her in. Get her locked up in the bloody tower, her. You, Mary Queen, did you hear what happened to Mary Queen of Scots? Guess what's happening to you, Blueberry? Head in a basket. Look, it's just to look. see if he's not here for me. You know where I am. You know where I've got to try the Tower of London. That's where she is. Where she belongs to be. No, let me out. I was only joking. I was only kidding on. Let me go. Yes, I know Dodie, his dad owns Harrods. Yeah, he was very vocal about it, wasn't he? Maybe there's a queue. He visit me and throw fruit at me, rotten fruit and stuff like that. Do you know what did she say about Harry? That's it. Yeah, there's some rotten tomatoes and stuff like that. Two for a pound, two for a pound. Look, he's two of them then. He's two of them. You're getting it in the face with a tomato blueberry. That's what you're getting. How dare thou? How dare thou? We've all got our opinions, and I don't. Meghan and Camilla just. The rest of them, I mean, Kate. I think Kate's lovely. I think that the kids are beautiful. Sophie's nice as well. I quite like Sophie. In fact, there was a picture somewhere, and she was like side eyeing Meghan like that, and I was thinking, good on you, good on you. Imagine the tension, though. Can you imagine the tension, right, to be hated with that many people? I mean, it just shows you she's got some big balls, though. To be hated with that many people and just turn up at their do. It's me. I'm here like that. Can you imagine it? Did anybody know if the kids were there? The Harry's kids? I don't think I'd seen anything about the kids. Surely they got to see their great granny's coffin. Everybody get your walking shoes on. Get your walking shoes. Glasgow to Balmoral. Everybody get behind them. Don't. By the end of it, you'll be crawling along the road like that. Oh, no more walking. No more walking. She's very elegant, isn't she? She carries herself really nice, and her hair's always beautiful. And do you know, I couldn't get over, see when Kate I can't remember what kid it was she'd gave birth to, but there she comes out as if nothing, absolutely done up beautifully like that, as if, you know, and she just gave birth. Like, oh my God, you're superhuman, Kate. After I gave birth, I was hanging. I was out in spots and everything like that. I was a mess. Yeah, do you think they'll be the nanny? What I'm wondering if they're over here in the UK, if they got to see their great granny's coffin. You'd think that they got to see her, or I'd think, well, listen, with them, who knows? Oof, 142 Navy sailors marching down the road with me. My God, I can only imagine. Do you know, see, in my coffin, I've got a smile on my face just with that. 142 sailors, it's going to be a task, that, but I'll try it. I'll accept that challenge. Avocado oil, oh, her hair's beautiful. But see, they're not allowed to dye their hair wild colours like I've got, and I don't think any of them have got a tattoo or anything like that. You know what I mean? There's prices to pay for being in a family like that. There's prices to pay. Get some tattoos on you, Kate. Aye, I've got a tattoo machine up here if you want to come up one night. We'll have a bit of flavouring and stuff like that, and we'll know who we'll talk about. We'll talk about somebody, right? All night long, we'll just talk about this person. I'm sure she would enjoy that conversation with me. I'll go no further, Kate. No further. Let's just talk about her. But see, well, I'll get put down to racism, and it's nothing to do with racism. It's down to, like, I don't like her. I just don't like her. Yeah, see, I've got my one on my ass. That's where I got my first tattoo and nearly fainted. Oh, I know, Pip. Listen, see, going up these stairs, see the second cathedral? Oh my God. And not being able to see where your foot is, I was like, and there's a guy holding at the back of the coffin like that, and as they're going up the stairs, I was like, oh God, please, not, that would be devastating. You know, but they done a fantastic job, and they had it down to the precise minute that they were going to be in streets and stuff like that. Oh, but he'll have hers anyway, Catherine. That's for sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she'll have his, but by God, he'll have Meghan on his ass or something like that. He'll have Meghan on his ass. To me, it just seems there's been in love with somebody and there's been absolutely pussy whipped, and that's what I think it is. I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that, but and the way she looks at him with the eyes like that, and I'm like, for God's sake, God, can you stop holding hands for a second? How long have you been married, right? See, people have been married like 4 years and stuff like that. Right, you might hold hands now and again, but for God's sake, it's a funeral for your granny. Is anybody else holding hands in the room? No. Cues, social cues. Amy, good morning to you. Good morning. I'm having a bitch now. I'm having a bitch. The people are going to be like, you Scottish babe. How dare you say that? Look, I just don't like the woman. And they're holding hands the whole time. The whole time. Just leave her bloody. I'd go up and slap the hand out the road. Enough of the hand holding. You stand there, and walk. Like everybody, look at everybody else. Look, they're all just walking. Just leave her hand. And jumping in the car first. I mean, that's not that. It's meant to be the gentleman in the car first, and then the lady. I was getting a wee bit heated just. You can tell. I was like, keep your feelings in check, Linda. Feelings in check. Today's not the day, but today is obviously the day that I'm going to be bitching about it. But yesterday I tried to looked at the bigger picture here. Talk about her tomorrow. Think about her tomorrow. I'm thinking about her tomorrow. And I'm thinking about her now, and I'm like, oof. Do you know, I would love to get the person that's got the huge candle, though. The huge... Where is she sitting? Aye, there. Big fat candle. As high as a man. Straight there. Brilliant. I want to shake that person's hand. Well, and pat them in the back. Good on you. That was a great move, by the way. Great. I never even thought of that. You're amazing. Fantastic. Cherie, good morning to you. Ah, yes. Oh, Cherie, it's very moving. I'll tell you that. It's very moving. I watched it from beginning to end till after 5 o'clock last night. I was in it for the long run. Just getting up to go and do a pee. That was me. I watched the whole thing, and it was moving. There was a lot of emotions in it. There was pride. There was grief, anger at certain people. There was so many emotions in it, and I think the last bit, that I lost, it was like with the wee dogs, our wee corgis there. Oh my God, there's the ducks. Ducks are there, and our wee pony was there as well. Oh God. And then when King Charles put a wee colours or whatever it is, a wee flag thing on the coffin, and you could see a kind of wee tremble in his face. I was like, oh my God, that's his mum. I broke down. So there was a few times that I did, and the coffin lowered and stuff like that I just lost it. Couldn't control it any longer. So it was, but I was talking to somebody last night, and I take comfort in knowing, do you know what? She's happy now. I hope people can understand that. Can you imagine how happy she is to have been met with the love of her life, her mum and dad, her sister, all the corgis that have passed before that she's not seen, her horses and all the rest of it, friends and family. Our dad, our beloved, all of that. They've been there to meet her, so she's been there. So that makes me it makes me happy. Yeah, but Pip, we are all very, very proud. But we're proud that she loved Scotland so much. I mean, you hear a lot of people fucking hate Scotland, right? You do, but you hear people saying that in England about the Scots not liking the English. I think people just like to try and create drama when there is no drama. But it meant an awful lot. And even the pipers, Pip, did you see how many times the pipers were playing? And if you didn't know, the Queen used to get woke up every morning with a piper outside her bedroom window. Right, so I mean, she loved Scotland, and Scotland loved her as well. So I'm hoping everybody realises that too. That there's a lot of love up here for her. And yeah, her should be Prince Philip. She'll that was the love of her life. So I take happiness in knowing that it was it was very well done. Though I must say, it was very very well done. I know, what a great age, longevity in that family. The Queen Mum, she lived to over 100, didn't she? Because I remember thinking, I wonder if she's going to get a birthday card off her daughter. You know, like an official birthday card, like that you get if you turn 100. Here, do you know? I'm just thinking people will be getting a birthday card for the King now. I wonder who's going to be the first person to get a birthday card for the King. Because when you're 100 years old, here, the member of royalty, the monarch at the time sends you a birthday card. I wonder who's going to be here. That's going to be something to frame for somebody's family forever. Wait, I tell you this. That's bang. This is out of order. Wait, I tell you this. See the queues that people had lined up to go in to see the Queen's coffin in Edinburgh, as well as like down south when she was lying in state. People are selling their wristbands for £10,000 and stuff like that. People are selling their wristbands and folk are buying them. That doesn't sit with me, right? That's just no, that's no. You're going to get bad karma for that. That's my opinions. You're going to get bad karma. When that it was eerie, and it was just the pipes. It was like sad songs. See, there's some songs that's happy in the pipes, but these were like the lone piper kind of thing, that was paying its respect. And as he walked away, and you could see it was like haunting kind of music. Yeah, I kind of lost it at that as well. I was like dead because the bagpipes bring me to tears anyway. You know what I mean? They just do. But imagine that people selling their wristbands. Listen, you're going to get bad karma. See if you've spent time waiting in that queue and know you're going to sell that wristband. That's karma for you. But people are buying them, £10,000 and stuff like that. People are buying these bloody wristbands. It's bad. That's going to give you bad luck. I think. I think that's going to give you bad luck. But that's the world we live in. That's sad, isn't it, that people are doing that? It's on eBay. Listen, they would sell anything. They would sell your pants. They would see on eBay. They wouldn't sell my pants on eBay. Like, keep them off eBay, hen. Keep them off eBay. The whole eBay's going to crash now because of you. Oh no, they'd see. But Prince Charles has been like that. I mean, he's got his dad in him, and Prince Philip was a moaner. Prince Philip was a bit of a moaner when he used to kind of moan. But that's nothing to do with him being a king. That's just being a man. Let's face it. It's just a man for you. See this bloody pen. Right, I maybe do that myself. See if you've got to sign things every day and you're getting ink on yourself all the time. You're going to go, for fuck's sake. Bloody pens never work. Oh, zoom in and that. Oh, look at him. He's a bit annoyed there. Eh? Let's write about that. Aye, unhinged. Oh, just pissed off his pen's no working. You'd be pissed off and all. I'd be pissed off. For God's sake, the bloody ink. Ink everywhere. It's as if a squid's been in the room. Ink, oh, for fuck's sake. Ink again. Pip, I don't know what they're going to do with it. Keep it for years to come and probably sell it again. Oh, no, did you see that, Sherry? Aye. Aye, that happened in Scotland too. That was embarrassing for us. That was bringing that in my football club as well. It's nothing to do with my football club, right? But there's been some arseholes as well that have had some terrible signs. And do you know what? That's going to be bad karma for them. It's going to be bad karma because our club's better than that. But you do get idiots, unfortunately, no matter what country you're in, you get idiots. But that guy that shouted at Prince Andrew, I mean, I was kind of thinking something I was going to see, but see when I seen him walking, I was like, somebody's going to say something. It's going to be something said. You know, I just had the feeling somebody's going to shout something at him. I was expecting some a bit stronger than what you're disgusting or something the guy shouted. I was thinking other choice words that maybe have been shouted at him. But as I say, there's a time and a place for stuff like that. There's a time and a place, and not somebody's funeral. I can't hear you take the bloody pen then. Oh, for God's sake. This is Chanel, this dress. Chanel, you owe me a new outfit, by the way. Bloody ink. You know, it's just a human. This is the thing. This is, and he's like his dad that way. His dad was a bit like, for God's sake, you know. But you had to see if you were, see if you were signing stuff all day and every pen that you touched, ink was coming out. Oh, for another one. I'd be like, right, where's the cat? Is there a hidden camera show? Is this a hidden camera show? Is somebody punking me? Yes, see, there is a time and a place, but see, as soon as I seen him, I was like, oh God, somebody's going to say something, and it had to be on Scottish soil as well. But you get a-holes. But then again, down south, Pip, someone had rushed to try and touch the Queen's coffin or something like that. It was not televised because they didn't want it being like publicised and people going, yeah, that'd be a great idea, because you get folk like, oh, do you know what, I'm going to go and do that. Let's go down and try and touch the Queen's coffin. People with disrespect. And unfortunately, there's some people like that. They've got no respect at all. But somebody did. I'm presuming it was a gentleman had charged to try and touch the Queen's coffin, and look, you seen the guys that are all around about the Queen's coffin too, you know, with their big pikes and stuff like that. He got wrestled to the ground. The guy was eating dirt within no time. He was eating the ground and got took out. In fact, let me see if I can find that and I can read that story to you. Because it wasn't televised. They deliberately didn't televise it because you get people that go, oh, that's a great idea, let's all go down there and follow the monk's wine. Let's see if I can read this to you. Man arrested. Do you think he was trying to do that, or do you think he was trying to steal the crown or something like that? The crown was bolted down anyway, but you can't sell that down the barras. You want to buy a crown? Oh, hi, it's got Mary Queen of Scots' earrings in it. A man... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the man... That Piper was the man that woke the Queen up every morning. A man was arrested Friday after abandoning his place in line at the parliamentary estate, running up the steps and touching the Queen's coffin. So he actually got a touch to it, the dirty pig. According to the Guardian, the Metropolitan Police detained him shortly before 10 p.m, mere hours after the royals held vigil. See, that's a concern for me. You know, if he managed to get a hand on the coffin now, before that, as I say, the royals were holding vigil. That's terrible. I mean, there's no shortage of a security guard or two. So this person actually got a touch. Aye, 40 quid. Anybody want to buy some crown jewels? 40 quid. 40 quid. I'll tell you what, 2 for £1. I'll give you that in a stick here. The crown in the stick. 80 quid. 80 quid. No, 50 quid. There we go. 50 quid. 50 quid. So, some wee housewife in Glasgow going about with the tiara on doing her housework. The crown on like that. Aye, do you like my head? Aye, it's nice, eh? Get this stick and all. Use it for hitting spiders. There's a spider there. Oh, Sherry, I would love you to come to Scotland one day. Do you know, one day, see when I've got like I've got my plaque button, if I've got my 100,000 subscribers, I'll need to do like a meet and greet. See if it was the new a meet and greet, it'd be like me sitting at a desk like that. But is it you do hen ho make sounds? They make sounds and that online. What do you? Good on you. Aye, it's a wee shame for her. She makes sounds. You're doing all right though. You're doing all right. Shame. I imagine that getting a touch in the wee. That's no. Is there no something wrong about that? That the guy managed to touch the Queen's coffin. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be happy about that. If I was the Secret Service or whatever, I would think I'd be happy with that. Saying that it'd be something that you would not, you wouldn't even, you'd never think that somebody would do that, eh? But there you go, that's what they do. You never thought that guy would shout out about Prince Andrew. Did you see him getting wrestled to the ground? Oh, he was get smacked against that ground, didn't he? And it was a member of public. Here, you just bang out your order. You, a member of public got him down first, and then the police got him down. See, there's a time in the police for banter and shouting and stuff like that, and at somebody's funeral is not it. That's how yesterday I kept my feelings in check until today, until I vented. Yeah, I mean, Pip, you would never do that. I mean, all these people queued up. I mean, God bless them all the people that, even here in Edinburgh, queued up just to have a second, just to see to bow their head and say thank you to the Queen. And you get arseholes everywhere. But apart from that, yesterday went smooth, didn't it? I was so happy that yesterday went absolutely smooth. Apart from the Meghan thing, I don't know. But apart from that, everything went okay. You didn't get crazy folk like trying to charge onto the roads or anything like that. Because I think there's going to be some maniac. What you see, it's going to be somebody crazy. Did a man? I never heard about that, Catherine. I never heard about that. There you go. Somebody exposed herself in the queue. This is it. There's weirdos. This is what you've got to tell your kids about. This is the kind of thing you've got to tell your kids about. Is weirdos. Yeah, Pip, some people flew all over. Some people from Scotland went down to England to see the coffin because was it 2 nights or something that Lane stayed up here. I know some people that had went down just to have that 10 seconds or something like that, a reflection. It just shows you what people think of the Queen. Wouldn't it be good if you were to feel as if people would find you that important? He was arrested. I hope he got his thingies booted as well for doing that. Oh, Sherry, I would love the Australian people. I would love that. See, I know King Charles. I was a bit worried yesterday because I thought that's an awful lot of walking for. Now he's in his 70s, isn't he? King Charles. I'm going to call him Prince Charles, but it's King Charles. I mean, he's in his 70s, the man. That is some amount of walk. I wouldn't have been able to do it, that's for sure, with my leg. I would not. I'd have had to get a mobility scooter. But he done amazing, didn't he, walking that length. But see, I thought they're not going to have them walking all the way from Westminster to Windsor, are they? I mean, that's like a 20-mile walk. At first I was like, 20 mile? They're going to have them walking 20 mile, are they? Oh, Devon and Cornwall. Yeah, beautiful place. Yeah, Pip, yesterday here was eerie. It was silent out there all day. You could not hear the sound of a car. There was nobody walking by the window for the full day. It was just silence out there. It was a very eerie feel between that and me sitting watching the funeral. It was just a weird. There was no. I mean, people weren't out walking their dogs or nothing like that. People were just in their houses watching the funeral all day long. It was just like an eerie feeling, and I'm so happy that I did watch it because it was a memorable thing that I'll never forget for the rest of my life, and and everybody here that's watched it, you'll never forget it for the rest of your life, because we'll never experience anything as big as that, I don't think. Even if King Charles, um, when it's his time as well, I don't think it'll be as emotional, because the length of time that the Queen was on the throne. I mean, she became like at Christmas time. I know people. I didn't really, but I know people that every Christmas they had to watch the what times at 3 o'clock. We need to watch the Queen's speech and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, knackered means tired. 36 years ago. Oh God, when was it? Well, do you know something? See, tomorrow would have been my wedding anniversary, and I'd have got married, what, 31 years ago. See, you think it, I thought I was a big woman. I thought it was people going, where's the bride? And I'm going, it's me. You try to say, because I was so young looking. Yeah, I'm the bloody bride. What are you talking about? I've got a white dress on and that. I'm not bridesmaid. Get with it. See, my family's come from Coventry and Bristol. So one of my uncles got married right on that Clifton suspension bridge. They've got pictures all around about there when they got married. And I remember as a wee girl, and that just shows you how poor we were, right? Um, I mean, we stayed in a tenement building that was called, right, in the middle of London. And my auntie and uncle, they stayed in Coventry. And they said, why don't you just come down for a couple of weeks in Coventry, right? So we'll do that then. So we went down and they had a big house, right? Which we were like, oh, this big house. And out in the garden, they had a huge big back garden and everything like that. And I remember that she'd been planting flowers. I know how like flowers are bulbs. And I was going, look at the onions. She was going, they're not onions, Linda, they're bulbs. You know, just, and they had a table and it was like full of food. And me and my brother were looking at it. It was like ham and chicken and all sorts of stuff. And as I say, we were dead poor. We weren't used to that. It was like, wow, they're minty, didn't they? And they took us, I'll never forget, 'cause I was only a wee girl at the time, but they took us to Coventry town centre. And in the town centre, they've got this big clock. And when it struck the hour, Lady Godiva used to go round it. And Lady Godiva rode through the streets of Coventry naked, with just her hair covering her bits and bobs. And the clock had a Lady Godiva going round it. I remember that. I never really watched the Queen's speech, but I'm not, as I say, I'm not a royalist, but yesterday wasn't about that. Yesterday was about showing your respects, which I've got a lot of respect for people. I mean, you don't need to believe in stuff like that to show your respects. It's called being a decent human being. That's how a lot of my football people that support my football club have let the side down. And you'll see horrible banners, and please believe me that that's not the voice of everybody that supports my football team. A lot of the people that, I mean, we're all fighting with each other because we're like, that is disrespectful. There's no need for that. And karma, I always believe karma gets folk that are like that. Oh yeah, see if you go to a Scottish pub, I'm trying to think what would be the best. You need to get mince and totties, Sherry. Mince and totties. You need to get. See, haggis. Haggis is a kind of required taste. So I wouldn't. If you're wanting something really tasty, mince and totties is the way to go. Or if you're going to England, bangers and mash, Pip, bangers and mash. And if you're going to England, that's a good pub grub in England. Do you know what they have in London? I've never tried that. I kind of would like to try, but no, the traditional one. They've got pie, mash, peas, and something called liquor, right? And it's no alcohol or liquor or lacquer. It's called, and it's like a parsley sauce. But they make it with the traditional way is with eel juice. Like they just see some eels. I don't fancy the eel juice, but they can make it without the eel juice. I'd quite fancy that, you know, without the eel. No, no, I don't want eel juice. Oh, I fish and chips. We need our fish and chips. When I went down to Kent, when I was going over, or we were waiting to go over to Cali, and there was a strike, and we had to spend the night in Kent, and it was fish and chips that we had back then. It was lovely. Oh yeah, you need your fish and chips. Yeah, see, some of the portions are here. But in America, you want to see the portions there in America. And see, the thing is, the very first time we went to America, we were starving, right? We were all starving. So we go into the restaurant and the hotel, and we've all got jet lag, right? We're all jet lagged to hell, and we're all starving. And the kids, Amanda and Sophie were, Amanda was 3, Sophie was 5, so they were still young. So we decided, right, what you want? I was going pasta's my thing. I was going for a pasta dish. I'll have the pasta. The ex-husband, he was having a rack of ribs, and my dad, he was having ribs. My mum was having, I don't know what she was having. All this kind of stuff, right? So we're sitting, we're waiting in our dinner, and here they come with big, huge, 2 huge bowls like that of salad. And I was like, we didn't order the salad. And my mum went, I don't think that's for our table. She went, oh no, that comes with it, right? So big, huge bowls of salad like that was, the dressing on it was amazing. And then she brought over buckets, 2 buckets like that, with hot rolls inside, you know, as well as your meal. So you get all this. We hardly ate in between the jet lag and stuff like that. We hardly, and the amount of food that was wasted. See, I think about that. I feel bad about that. The amount of, but we learned. So we learned get one main meal. That'll do like 3 is. They bring the salad over the rolls and they can share. So that's the way we done it. From I used to get the children portions because it was so big. Yeah, see, I love a chip. I've not had a chippy in a long. In fact, the last time I had a chippy, I took Sophie. Remember, me and Sophie went to Burnt Island with yous. I love vinegar. Do you know? Even see crisps, see salt, just ready salted crisps. I put some vinegar in it and make them all squishy with vinegar. And see pickle juice. I sit and just drink the pickle juice. I love pickle juice. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to be looking more online to see if I can bitch about this person. Sorry if I've offended you at all. I'll just keep it real. My opinions are my own and stuff like that. But no, no. It'll be interesting to see if anything comes out in the media about Harry and his wife. So thank you all very much for coming in. As I say, I'll be watching the wee fella tomorrow, so I'll try my best to get on tomorrow night and see you. So have a lovely, lovely day, and I'm going to give you a big kissy now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.